Hello and welcome to the Blu-review. Today we are talking about The 400 Blows from the Criterion Collection. The 400 Blows was one of the first films by acclaimed critic Francis Truffaut. Well, at least he was a critic at that time. Francis Truffaut claimed to have seen a bunch of films about youth and didn't feel it was accurate or true enough. So he set out to make his own film, and the result was The 400 Blows, the story of a kid who doesn't seem to fit in anywhere. At school, he gets yelled at by his teachers. At home, he gets yelled at by his parents. He even at one point gets yelled at by a priest for saying hello. You're just like, what? Seriously? French people are mean. Anyways, as a result, he gets schlepped around, and the only person that seems to really care is his friend. And eventually he gets kicked off to like a reform school type place. The 400 Blows is an interesting film in that it's one of the few films in which it's one of the few early examples of sort of the hero or the protagonist while the adults are the enemy, which would come really to prominence in the 1980s in American mainstream filmmaking. Basically, I have to say this. A lot of people are going to disagree, but the 400 Blows is just not my kind of movie. It's just not. This is the third time I've seen it, and I just don't like it. It's just not my kind. I mean, on one hand, I think we can all kind of identify with the struggles of Anton, because he sort of really, no one seems to really care that much about him to really kind of help him find his place in the world. But at the same time, he's also just like a little brat. And just like, I mean, either way, I don't care. I just don't care. It's just, I mean, if you really, really love these type of movies, if you're a huge, huge fan of Francis Truffaut, or if you just really like, have seen The 400 Blows before and really like it, that would be the only reason I would suggest you pick this up. The transfer on it is really good. It's a sharp, you know, free of defects transfer. That's about a 4.5. It's got stunning black and white photography, and I think for me the best part of this movie was the cinematography. The audio on this one is sort of a 6 of one, half a dozen the other. On one hand, it is simply a single track mono, so putting in the surround sound is not really going to do much. But on the other hand, it is a PCM uncompressed audio that runs at a very high bit rate. So for a mono track, it's really good. If you're looking for a sort of bombastic soundtrack, you aren't going to find it with this one anyways. If you're looking for a remastered track for your surround sound, you're not going to find that here either. For me, The 400 Blows is just sort of a middle-of-the-road thing. It's just not the type of movie that I'm really interested in. But if you are, this is definitely the version to pick up. It trumps every other release, including the European Warner's Blu-ray release. This one just sort of blows it away. So if you're a fan of The 400 Blows and you got a Region A player, because unfortunately this one's locked, pick this one up. Peace, baby!